are live, don't?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we are
We're
live.
moving in the yeah. So, okay, we're good.
Okay. Let me do the plans to thing. Rowan couldn't show, but we're all here, so all of us. Never mind. Okay, we're live. Cool.
I like how all of our podcasts start like that.
Sorry, yeah, because we don't know we're live.
Like, are we?
Yeah.
You need to get when you get a sign in the room that's connected to YouTube, and when it goes live, it turns on.
Is that for you?
Oh,
Because I was at
idea.
Trapper Sushi. They have a sign there, and it's like it's linked to their Facebook. When someone likes their page on Facebook, the counter goes up. Let's get one of those for this the live. Like, oh, okay, we're going. But yeah.
Okay, because in one of our podcasts we had we were like 18 seconds in, and then we're like, oh, we're live, 3 seconds live. We've just been live. I think that the same thing happens every time. We don't think we're live. Like the first podcast started with Alex slurping a water bottle, and now the fourth podcast is starting with us just talking about
Leg extensions.
okay.
So you can go to India, right? And you go to this hospital where it's only for like other people that also want leg extensions, and you get your legs broken, and you get these like metal, not really kind of like braces on your leg, and every day you this little screw you turn, so it moves your legs further and further apart, and the bones just get closer and closer. They keep trying to meet each other. So you can break your legs and extend them by like 3 inches.
How do they break your legs? Okay. Dylan, what's up? How's it working? You wanna come sit over here, hang out with the boys?
Yeah.
I want the.
Would you like to do that now or like?
I'll think about it.
Because there's like the OK Cupid came with a thing about like the amount of money you have to make compared to your height. Like what adjusts it. Like if you make $200,000, it adds a foot to your height or something like that, right? So I want to see if it's economically viable to add 3 inches for $30,000.
Yeah.
If it pays off in the long run.
All right. So since we're live now, I would like to make 2 announcements. One, I apologize for anyone who watched this thinking that Rowan would be on today, because he was gonna be on, and then he kind of and that happened to a lot of our guests. So we're just gonna start planning from now on to just make the podcast whether or not a guest shows up, and like actually planning, because this podcast was basically unplanned for just the 4 of us. It's supposed to be 5 of us. So yeah, I thank shout out to Dylan, Aiden, and Alex for showing up when they said they would show up, or when they said they would maybe show up. It's yeah. There's kind of like, yeah, I could probably make it, and then they make it, as opposed to some people who are like, yes, I can definitely make it 100%, and then they don't make it.
Especially when you can
They make
try.
those kind of like it feels like a lot of the time people make those like mind game excuses. They just kind of talk their own way out of. They justify it to themselves, and then they just say their justification to other people and expect them to
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. So Aiden's taxi service. We talked about this last time, but I would like to do another advertisement for it. Aiden's going to if you need a ride, and that's the reason you can't come to the podcast, then Aiden can drive around legally, and I mean, 100% legally,
No
and
questions
pick
asked.
you up, and like
Beat the shit out of you.
like even if you don't ask, he can still come do it. Even if you don't want it, he can still come pick you up,
He'll break both your legs
and and then we
and
can
then
have,
mold them together and make you 3 inches taller.
so
I wasn't
Yeah,
following that much
okay.
in the beginning of the podcast.
okay. For this episode, we have a question of the day. that Alex proposed at the beginning.
Wait, Alex proposed.
So throughout the
So cute.
podcast, if anybody wants to make a comment, or if anybody's interested in calling in to answer this question for us, or to help us figure out the answer to this question,
Or just yell at us and be like, "Hey, you're wrong." That's also an option.
This is an inappropriate question. Then feel free to, comment, or because most of you know us directly, text us or something.
Tell our parents.
Let the government know.
I'm just gonna put that out there that I didn't come up with this question. It's far more advanced than something I could think up. But I did hear this question and thought it should have some more thought put into
I
it.
don't condone this.
So the question is was brought up by a recent article on Tech News World, and it kind of brings the question up of should women have their own internet? And the article kind of goes out and says things about how women get put in a position where the internet doxes them more than like men would. Like some of their examples are, if you're in a Lyft carpool, when you get in the car, it will have your name flash up to make sure you're in the right car, right? But that's more violent towards women than men because then the people in the car know the girl's name and stuff like that. Or these like statistics saying that 68% of men use the internet, but only 66% of women use the internet. And it's because internet UI is not made for women. Stuff like that. I don't know. It was
Because
just
Can you suggest an internet UI that is made for women?
Let me think about that one.
Tumblr.
Yeah, you can. They can
Yeah,
have
I don't know.
Tumblr. Yeah, the other internet can have Tumblr. That's some of the,
just
that's
Tumblr. Like they don't.
So
they don't
you're
need anything
suggesting
else.
that we segregate the internet,
You know what? I think
less so take it away, but more segregation type thing.
it's just a lot of the stuff in the article talks about how they don't like how random people that they add as their friends can see their pictures of their kids and pictures of them
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. But it's
Why do they add random people?
because I just
as
want to be
their
friends with that
friends.
person. Because I don't know. But it's just a lot of like being mad that people can see their stuff they post online and not realizing making your account private's a thing
Yeah.
and just would
Mm.
rather have
Mm.
someone go out of their way and block that person.
So should Lyft just should Lyft just have a women's section?
There's like certain
Like-
trains in Japan that are like women's only trains, but that's like
Well,
because
that
Japan
makes
actually
sense.
has issues.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's an interesting country, and yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. I didn't want to ask that question seriously. I kind of brought it up as a joke, but
Do you actually? You brung up some valid arguments, though.
What are
But
the valid arguments?
Also not valid. But
So should it be mandatory though, or should they just choose to go?
Yeah. So can people like get pissed off and become trans internet?
trans internet.
Like go to the women's section of the internet?
That just comes.
Because then there could be like even more problems with that internet because then that's just crowding a bunch of women together. So
And that's
everyone's
true.
on there. Except that could just be how we catch like predators.
that's
Because
a good point.
just if
If they're
everybody
tra-
if everybody on the women's internet is a predator, right?
What if there's actually no women on the women's internet?
Yeah.
It's just a big like fool to try to get people on.
Do you
That could be interesting, actually.
That's a fun experiment we should run.
Do you think the
Just get
internet's
everybody
getting cleaner, or is it getting because it seems like more on YouTube and stuff, like it's just getting scrubbed, you know?
I don't know. I get a lot of very very questionable YouTube videos in my recommended. So
Would you
Any
like
fun
what?
any fun ones?
usually it involves anime girls. Let's get put out there. I've only watched 2 shows ever, so I'm not like a weeaboo or like even like really an anime fan. But YouTube has me. It must be other stuff I watch. They
Or
have
your
me
friends.
tagged.
Your friends.
I don't know if I actually have friends on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But for some reason, I always have like random adults I know, like some friend's dad. Like, do you know this person? Do you want to go to share video and like copy the link?
Hmm.
It's like share with these people. I'm like, that's kind of weird. I just want to share like um Arab marriage dance. It's like I want to share that with some friends, but because it's just like those videos are great. It's just like blasting music and just like dancing and stuff. Or like the remixes where it's like it's like a it's like
A different song.
Jews that are like dancing in a big circle, but it's like playing like rave music and stuff. Like I would like share that, and it's like, do you want to send this to my friend's father? I'm like, one day I'm gonna do that on accident. I'm gonna be really curious what the response is. You're like, yeah, cool video, you know. I like that type of. I was watching that earlier.
Yeah, I was just watching one just like it by the same people.
So yeah, same one.
Yeah, I get I'll go
actually
on
gonna send that to you.
Spotify. I'll go on Spotify and listen to something, and then I'll get recommended on my Instagram and my YouTube, which aren't connected. Like posts by that artist, and I
Yeah.
find that very like, because I'm not. They're not. Spotify isn't connected anyway, right?
It's gotten to the point where the whole internet connectedness stuff that me and my dad get pissed off whenever they don't pick up on something.
Yeah.
We really want to like we just finished our well, we didn't just finish. We finished it ages ago. Me and my dad like playing war games. I don't really play video games by myself, and he doesn't play video games by himself. But like we have an Xbox and we like playing. Well, we just finished. What was it? Call of Duty World War II or something. And yeah, like we finished it, and we've been looking for another one that's kind of similar that we can play. And it's like we can't find one, but it's Amazon should just be
Yeah,
like
Amazon.
suggesting like,
Come on, Amazon.
hey, we Xbox uploaded that you finished the game.
Mm.
You want to buy another one type thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Probably
okay,
got a lot.
probably.
I had this thing where like I don't know how it happened, where I'll go to I use Firefox, right, and I'll go to search something. I'll type in I'll click on the Amazon icon, which you'd think would be a link to Amazon, right?
Yeah.
We go to Amazon.com, but no, it goes to the search bar and puts Amazon at. So you're searching with Amazon, but sometimes I just want to go to Amazon first before I start searching.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't know. It always gets me, and I'm like, I don't know. It makes me angry. I'm like, I set that to go to Amazon. I set that link to go to Amazon, but it's not doing that.
Huh.
I don't know.
So it's just like it basically just looks up Amazon.
Yeah, it just turns
Is it
the search bar into searching for Amazon.
The headspace of Amazon, like that you just need to be in, like you need to see the.
Yeah, there's something I don't know what it
yellow
is.
and
Like I have
blue.
to see the homepage, and they're like, "Oh, you haven't made a custom pet profile for your pets on Amazon." You guys know about that? You can make
No.
custom
You can do
pet
anything
profiles
on
on
it.
Amazon.
You
So
know-
like, you go in there, and you're like, "Yeah, I have a golden retriever that's 5 years old that weighs 75 pounds and likes this dog food brand and these type of toys," and it'll have a whole like recommended. It'll have it change its recommended and the item where items show up depending on if you're looking at it as that pet or not.
God damn. Yo, don't dog near your computer.
Won't the dog that I don't own.
Yeah. Yeah, well, on Amazon you can also now you can buy clothes, get them like have them shipped to your house, right?
Yeah.
So they could be there next day, whatever.
Mhm.
Try them on, send them back for free. Get
Yeah.
all your money back.
That's interesting. That is interesting. I always wonder about that because it's like, those websites that sell underwear.
Yeah.
What's their return policy like? You're like,
Well,
what
I mean,
is it?
same
Like
thing with stores.
MeUndies,
That's not
right?
just
That's one of
it's
them?
not an online thing only. Like
Is
when
No, it is. Like with MeUndies, I'm pretty sure it's just online only.
No, I mean if you go to a store and you try on underwear.
Yeah, you can't return those.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't
Yeah,
think
but like,
so.
can you try them on at the store? If you go to
I don't
the
think you
store,
can try them on.
No, you can't try on underwear. At the
Usually
store.
underwear are like in like packages. They're not just loose.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's true. Yeah, yeah. Well, but some of them are.
I wonder
Yeah.
how much like people who make those products have to think about the return policy of stores, right? Because if you make underwear like package, right, and it's easily, you can take a piece of underwear off, try it on, and put it back without it looking like you did that, and then
yeah.
return it. Like do the manufacturers have to think of that? Do they have
Well,
to make it so that it's obvious
if
that
you-
you opened it?
If you bought some underwear shipped to you, why would you return it without trying it on? Is it just like the wrong color?
Well, no, you
Or,
maybe
like,
you just like.
Accidentally bought
Well,
it?
here's a hypothetical that actually happened. My mom bought underwear for me, and I was like, "Why'd you buy underwear for me? That's not okay. Like, how are you gonna know what kind of underwear I like? That's ridiculous that you even thought you could do that." And then I made
Wait,
her
wha-
return it.
That sounds like a. Did
I
you,
can
like,
really
yell at
relate
her?
to that.
I can imagine you just going, Mom, what the hell?
Yeah, that's pretty much
Underwear
what
is
happened.
my thing. I wanted the white ones.
Yeah. Well, not even white ones, bro. You don't know me.
What about that lace? What are
What
the
about that?
laced ones, Mom?
Yeah, it's lace, dude.
Leather.
Yeah,
Leather
leather, just
underwear.
leather, just straight leather.
Loincloth.
Leather and laced.
Yeah.
No, but that's something that happened, and I didn't try them on. I was just like return, because they were like
Yeah, what's wrong with
fucking-
them?
they were wicking.
Wicking?
Yeah,
What
they
does
were
that
like
mean?
sports compression stuff, which I'm like, I mean, yeah, okay, that's fine if I'm doing sports, but like, in terms of like just everyday use, I don't want like compression wicking stuff, you know?
Yeah, I know why.
Like
I
cold.
get it.
Anyway.
What do you think of them?
Yeah. Mm.
Oh,
I mean, sometimes they are pretty comfortable. Don't get me wrong, like shoes. But like, they've got to be tight everywhere, right? So your shit's getting strangled.
a little bit, a little strangled,
Yeah.
Or a lot.
or a lot strangled, quite strangled.
Yeah.
Quite strangled.
I don't know. I never
No
have a problem with
blood
that. I'm like, Ma, I need underwear. She goes out, gets like Hanes or something. Like if I want special like American Eagle or Supreme or something like that, I'll go out and buy that.
American Eagle or Supreme underwear.
But
Solid.
if it's just like, hey, I need new underwear,
I
or
need
new socks.
Man, I wish American Eagle sold like cool stuff like shower caps and chopsticks. Like Supreme,
Oh,
Supreme
yeah.
sells like all the coolest stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
But you go to American Eagle, it's just like it's clothes. There's no bricks. There's no.
Yeah,
How can
yeah.
how can you be a real
Crowbars.
brand without without
Supreme pencil
crowbars?
sharpener.
You actually might know about these. Do you?
As Flamingo Studios, we should start selling like pencil sharpeners. You know?
Definitely.
Yeah. Clam sharpeners. Just shove your beak in there.
Yeah.
You might know about these. Did you ever see my pair of Santa Claus boxers?
I did not see that.
Oh,
no.
I would wear them a
I
lot.
don't see you
at
walking around
sailing.
in your underwear.
Well, no,
though,
but you
so I don't-
sailing, changing on the docks.
Oh yeah.
But sadly, those finally ripped. There was like some random time we're like changing on the docks, and someone's like, "Is that Santa Claus under your boxers?" I'm like, "Yeah," and like everyone just stares at me. They're just staring at me. I'm like, "Okay, I guess." Whatever, I'm like, who cares if it's not Christmas? No one's gonna see them. Like,
except these people. Yeah.
I hate when people buy like Christmas shirts, like for other people as gifts for Christmas. Like this has happened
Yeah,
to
'cause
me too many times.
You get the gift on Christmas, and then what do you
The
do?
next
you
day,
can't use it till next year.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like getting an advent calendar.
on Christmas.
On
No.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Next year's advent calendar.
It's like great, thanks.
Yeah, they're
You
cheaper
know?
right now.
Yeah, they are. That's
Yeah.
true. Well, no, they bought it before Christmas, and then gave it to you as a Christmas present.
Whenever that's ever happened, someone got
It has. I bet
I
you.
got a
it
Lego
has.
one. I remember that.
Lego
It was,
for
like, outside.
Christmas?
on
Yeah,
Christmas.
On Christmas.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, just want to come with the Legos, or you gotta wait till next year when you've grown up?
Yeah.
Like
Well, the
Just
Lego ones
for the
don't go
same
bad
as-
though. That's the thing. That could be saved, and that would be real. I feel real good when you start popping open that advent calendar next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just.
Oh, just it's all melted.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just leave
Oh.
everything in there. Yeah. Because then I guess it's like a good warm up for getting Christmas presents,
Yeah.
right? Because you get to open the Lego box.
Yeah, it is. I guess that's true. Yeah. The advent calendar, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So if that's like in the shed for a while, hot summer day, ever, it's like less Lego, more goop.
I don't know. What's the melting point of
Lego?
No, I mean like chocolate.
Oh.
Well, nobody's that stupid. Like, I mean, when you get an advent calendar, you get it just the calendar. I don't think it comes with chocolate. Does it?
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
There are many advent calendars. Why do you
But,
think
like,
people are Christian?
Because
Back to the original point.
no, because I guess right. But why would people are stupid? Why?
Yeah. You didn't, yeah. Especially. Well,
Us.
no, I won't go there.
Well, I've only ever seen an advent calendar where we have to physically put stuff inside it, and then
We have one of those. Yeah. Like that you can reuse every year.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're like
yeah.
wooden or
So that you don't have to get Christmas presents for Christmas, right?
No, I I think it's just they're jealous of Jewish people. They're
Yeah,
like,
because they have like a week.
they're like,
Right.
what? You guys get so many presents. It's like,
You get to enjoy them
What?
over a week.
yeah,
Yeah, we should just
and it's like that's. I bet you that was.
Do you think we could start a petition to switch Hanukkah to be a Christian holiday?
We could do it.
I mean, you could start a petition. Yes.
Yeah. Do you guys have any cool scammer stories?
I have
No.
You know that
I have a
really,
scam. I have a scammer story.
You know that really trashy Anthem game that came out. Anyway, it was a really bad game that came out not too long ago, and I bought it because before it was trash because I thought it looks good,
Mm.
and I noticed that I don't know. I don't know if I should be saying this, but I noticed that $60 didn't come out of my account. Like, oh, okay. I thought it was just like latency or something like that,
Yeah.
or it hasn't showed up or anything. Anyway, so
Would you call that
get the
latency?
well,
I guess that is real life latency, real life lag.
yeah. And so I get the game, I play it a couple weeks. It's like it's horrible. It's also killing my CPU. So it's like, okay, I'll wait till I get an actual CPU and I'll try it again whenever I get my CPU more fast. And I keep checking back. I'm noticing I'm like, I never lost $60. And so is that scamming or is that
That's backwards scamming. You got a free game and you didn't lose.
You scammed
$60.
them.
Yeah, Aiden, you're the real scammer here.
Oh god.
I got a couple of scamming stories. I'll start with this one. Like, it's not really scamming, but I'll start with the real scamming story. I'll leave the story for later because it's still a fun story. Okay, so my scamming stories, right? I used to be really into CS:GO, and I remember like I saw some things somewhere, and it's like we need people for a Face It team. Click here to join, right? And it was like some ad like on some skin trading website, so I clicked on it, and so Face It's, like, if people don't know, it's like a third party service for CS:GO to get people connected together to play. And it's like, oh, and it has like, okay, click here to download Face It, which is a real like credible thing. And I clicked it and it like didn't do it. It just downloaded something that like I don't remember what the file extension was, but I looked it up and the file extension was for like font patterns or something like that.
Oh.
And then I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, okay, whatever.
No red flags there.
And I just like deleted it, right?
Oh,
But I mean,
right,
like I
right.
surface delete. I didn't actually go uninstall the application.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, huh, why are my passwords different? I'm like, I have a keylogger on my computer. I realized like a month later, and I like just thought about it, like, how did this happen? I'm like, oh, it was just these guys trying to. It was fine. We figured it out. But I changed all my passwords. And
Damn.
fine. But it was like I just had to think about. I'm like, what was it? What did I click on that was hecka sketchy? It was that. It was
Yeah.
join our game. Classic. Click here to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one that's like me just being stupid. It wasn't really a scammer. Was back like when I was playing like it's like middle school probably. And there's this thing on Xbox where if you have like two accounts on the same Xbox and like one account owns a game or something, and you download it and you play it with the other account, it's called license transferring. They both own it. They'll both own it, right? So the idea is like if two people in the same house have, are on the same Xbox, they both have it. They're both
Yeah.
getting it.
Sure.
But I was just like playing, and there was like some thing that came out, and this guy that I was playing with for a little bit at the time, for like maybe a month, I've been playing with him. And some random kid in like Florida. He's like, "Hey, you should license transfer me that." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, cool, let's do it." And I just like did it, and then he just took over my account, which okay, I should have saw that coming, right?
Yeah.
What did he do? Is he just
That's
bought
dumb.
he bought like some random COD game and tried to license transfer that to himself, and just like random stuff like that. He was just trying to buy games and license transfer them to himself, which he probably was able to successfully do. But he's kept on changing my he kept on, of course, Microsoft, you have to pay to change your Xbox name. He just kept on changing it to stuff. Like one of them was like, I love Cody Neal, and I was like trying to figure out who Cody Neal was. And I'm like Googling, and it's like the best thing I could find was some like sex offender in like North Carolina.
I think it was him. It was him.
It was him.
Like
You was Cody Neal.
If it's not a famous person, it was probably definitely him.
There's like one news article I found. I'm like, yeah, and that's like I have a weird Xbox username, and that's why it is because I finally got my account back. I just never paid to $10 to change it again.
Okay, so
Yeah.
did you?
So it was a
Um,
total. I told him my password and login stuff. So it's not like
Dumb.
yeah, I
That's
was
so dumb.
like 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course. But then like it was like a weird thing where I got my account back for the longest time, and then like I just saw he was trying to do that. Like he was just like buying like a $5 game. Like
so,
nope.
but he was using your credit card stuff.
Yeah, I just took the credit card off of that account when I noticed it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just like it was stupid to me. I guess my third story, which isn't really scammy, but it's kind of what I talk about because I think it's kind of funny, was like I used to be really into Legos, right?
Mm.
And then I was like, I hate Mega Bloks. Mega Bloks suck. And then or like Halo Mega Bloks is the thing. I'm like, that's cool.
Mega
So-
Bloks is like knockoff Legos, right?
Yeah, it's like cheaper Legos.
Hmm.
And the only thing they have
And they're
going for them
smaller
is they
too, right?
no, they're the same size. They're compatible.
Oh, okay.
They just don't stick as well. But like the only thing they have going for them is they get like successful IPs like Halo or something like that,
Mm.
and they'll make sets about that. So I'm like, I need to buy into this. So I'd bought a whole bunch of stuff over a couple of years.
Buy into it. Sounds like a stock.
I was like, I don't know, probably around the same age. This was like 7 years ago when this happened, and I bought this one set, right? And it was like broken, like like one of the pieces was broken.
Mm.
So I returned it, but I kept like half of the pieces, and they just accepted it. And then I bought the kit again, right?
That's one of the people in that story was a scammer, definitely.
And I had so like one of the things was like one of the minifigures, right? And it was one that only came from that set. And then I had this cool idea where I was making a YouTube video showing off all my Halo Mega Bloks stuff, like set up together, right? A big battle.
Bro, you would have got so many girls.
I got like 200 views on it.
Damn.
It's unlisted right now. I could unlist it. I could list it for like a 24-hour special viewing period if anybody's interested. But in the video at one point, there's like two of those minifigures are only from that one set, and I had to come up with some like I was like naming things off like, oh, I got that from this set and that from that, and I'm like, I was trying to think like why I have two of the same
Friend
one
gave it
and
to you.
not be suspicious, and I'm like, I had this. I started saying the truth, like I bought this set and the return, and the change is just like when he's like, oh, I got it from a thing, yeah. It's just like so I don't know. I was so spooked Target was gonna come after me and like it was like a Target exclusive
You
set.
know
So
they
we have
do that.
we have a 5:15 call in, right?
Yeah, is it time?
5:16. So yeah.
Okay, that's
We're
fine.
late.
Um, you guys talk about random stuff for a minute.
Surprise, we're late. What?
Well, I give them an estimate, so
Yeah. And yeah, it's not that bad. Well, wait, what were we gonna talk about with him again?
just whatever.
Just sort of, okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna ask him the question of the day. Should women have their own internet? If you're just now watching, that is the question of the day. Feel free to let us know what you think of the question of the day, or your answer, or actually just like a review of the question of the day.
Yeah.
How
What do you
nasty
think
it is.
of the question itself? Like,
Don't
good
even answer the
words?
question. Just
could we use?
This probably sounds horrible.
Yeah, definitely sounds horrible. Not.
You hear
proper.
me, Alex? Hey. Yeah, that's cool.
Hello.
You're the. Yeah, and you're just on here with your little cute anime girl profile pic. Just look into your eyes.
Can you turn it up a bit more?
So the question of the day is, should women have their own internet? That's the question of the day. Yeah.
Like, should it be segregated?
Yeah, I've always thought about what the the opposite of a normie was. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not a normie, what are you? A mutant. That's
A
good
mutant?
to know.
Oh, I
Yeah.
guess that. Yeah.
Is there any other term other than mutant? I'm aware of this term mutant.
A higher level being.
Mutant sometimes.
A Rick and Morty fan. We need to bring on Kale.
Has more lore.
Has more lore. Minion memes. intense.
That's saturation right there. That's meme saturation.
So you're saying Facebook is for people that are brain dead? Cool.
I agree with
good.
that.
That's
Agreed.
a good thesis right there.
It's funny because Rick and Morty is like one of those shows where a lot of the people that watch it think they're mutants.
Yeah,
They think they're not normies, but then
but they are normies.
they're like a hype. They're the true mutants. They're in between both.
They're hybrid of yeah.
God damn. Honestly, this.
I saw some statistic and it was like five. It was like the so I guess the SEC is in charge of like telemarketing and fining for it because it's illegal to telemarket, and they issued something like $270 million in fines for telemarketers in the month of March alone, and they only got $6,000 from people actually paying them.
Oh
The
my
IRS
gosh, probably.
The SEC's
Yeah, the IRS is after
or
you.
the SEC.
Yeah.
They're calling they're like, sir, I know. Yeah, it's like we're the scammers here. We know that you're trying to scam us.
Although if I was a scammer, that's definitely what I would think. I would think someone's like trying to scam me back because that's what you would do, right? If you were trying to scam a scammer.
I mean, don't you?
Sometimes.
Just try to like get back.
I just like indulge them. Like something like I don't know. Give me your social security number or something like that, and I'm like, okay. Do you have a pen and paper somewhere? It's like it's pretty long. It's got a couple of numbers or something like that. I don't know. It's like inviting Mormons in to have tea, you know? Just
One second. Can we hear you on the stream? That's the real question.
I'll go listen.
Yeah, Phyllis. My little sister just texted me and says can't hear him. I wonder what that means. I'm guessing it's she's listening to the stream right now.
Yeah, just hold me closer. Wait, were you guys?
Oh yeah.
Flamingo Studio.
I'll link it to you, brother. Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about scammers before this, so it kind of.
Oh yeah.
Kind of came full
Eli
circle.
says he wants us to turn up the volume.
We need to figure out how to have Discord go directly into the streaming software. We're too lazy to figure it out right now. So, yeah. Yeah, we had our guest canceled. You know our guest, Rowan, that scrub. Yeah. Yeah. You should flame him.
All right, so
Oh, I'm gonna send it in Messenger.
so Alex, the one on the call.
Yeah.
What's the coolest place you've ever traveled to? Yeah. go.
Like the first time I went, it was really cool because we stayed in this like little village kind of, and it was sick. 'Cause you get to ride quads on the beach, and I don't know, it was a different style. It was like different
Wait,
atmosphere, you know.
Dylan, Eli
Still
says
a
just
small
turn up
town,
the
but you're
volume
like,
overall. Oh, like a bunch.
That's what I'm doing.
All right, cool.
Was you ever go to like Tijuana? You got people trying to sell you stuff the whole time.
no, no, I never got to Tijuana. I went to I can't remember. Been to Puerto Vallarta a few times. It's always interesting though to see go out, even though it's not really that far away from the states.
Hmm.
But I mean, it's like it's eye opening. Kind of see some different stuff, different ways of life. You don't know what people are saying. You don't feel like you need to worry about people like
Do you ever
judging
do you,
you all the time
do you
because
feel
people are saying
uncomfortable
this
being a
doesn't
minority?
matter.
Do you feel? Are you uncomfortable being a minority in Mexico? Does that bother you?
I don't know how I feel about these minorities. I need to rename your podcast. I, it is. Yeah, it's probably scary, but they're not bad. It's not bad down there. It's not like maybe going to like the South or something, like being African American.
Wait, okay.
Back in the day, like
Yeah, no, they're
maybe
not. I
you
guess
get
they're not as
treated with
racist to you then.
respect,
Nice.
had to drink from a different water fountain kind of thing. It's not like that at all.
Great. Do you have any cool scammer stories?
Scammer stories. Let me think. Well, one time, a couple years back, I was scrolling through my spam emails.
But this is the best place for them. Yeah.
I was young and impressionable, and it wasn't really a scam so much as a. I saw this email and I was like, it said it had my name in it, and so I was like, oh, what? And so I opened it, right, and I scam, and it said, we have undesirable videos like of you, and I was like,
Eli says cool,
fuck.
good, nice.
And I started sweating, and I read the rest of the email, and it's like, you're it was like we know you open up this email. If you don't get back to us within 5 days, we'll release it on your Facebook and stuff. And I was sweating, man. At that point, I just got sick to my stomach because I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" And so I kept it kind of myself. Did like the basic Google searches, like any scared. I mean, I was freaking out. I was
Okay.
like, "Oh my god!" And I mean, next thing you know, I'm like, waited, nothing ever came of it, right? It's all fake. Dude, I swear, I have not been more freaked out than at that minute right there. And I don't know what, I mean, what? I mean, it couldn't have really happened. I don't think they could have actually done it, but.
Do you regret owning a webcam that's connected to your computer now, or then?
Oh, I never leave my webcam plugged in.
Ooh. I think.
And the phone, look, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. That's just rough, right? I just try to stay away from sketchy sites. I mean, that's all you can do.
No .ru's.
Yeah, no .ru's.
.ru. Oh, that's Russian, right?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, scams suck, man. I've seen it before. I swear,
Hot take.
quite a few of our friends got scammed playing like Counter-Strike and shit. Yeah, our buddy Max. He's like, he was really into gambling, CS:GO skins, and
Gambling CS:GO skins. How does this work?
You didn't know. Yeah.
He's really into gambling, like CS:GO skins on this website. And so he got really high, got a lot of money. He got like a pretty sweet knife. knives in Counter Strike be anywhere from 80 to like $400.
Money,
And
pretty much.
and
3 CS:GO skins.
so he went to sell it on PayPal, right? He found a seller, put in the knife. The guy gave him the money on PayPal, so he gave him the knife, and then the guy refunded. He basically canceled his transaction, got his money back, kept the knife. And it was kind of sad, really, because we were all like, man, what'd you expect out of that fucking back alley bullshit?
Yeah,
And
it's dumb.
I mean, that was.
All right,
Aiden.
goodbye, Aiden.
I remember that happening. I definitely remember that.
Yeah,
That's
it
all.
was-
As Aiden leaves, clap loudly into the mics. Now that you're. No, I'm kidding. Please.
Definitely wasn't the first Counter Strike something stolen. Like,
He got his keys stuck in the door. Yeah.
so
Dude,
you guys are talking about scams, like.
Alex, so do you have any advice, just life advice that you want to give people?
Gambling is just not fun, really. It's kind of fun. Eh.
Well, if you do it the legal way, hit the casino,
That's no fun.
The
play
casino.
slots, play roulette, man. That's where it's at. Roulette,
Roulette.
craps, blackjack. Maybe not blackjack. Roulette though. That's fun.
I'm all about
That's
yeah.
real
If this
gambling.
brain dead, you just throw some things on the table. You're like, put it on that number. It's like, oh, okay. It's like
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I like it so much.
You're like-
It's just you don't even.
I'll draw a little pattern with my chips. I'll draw a little stick figure.
Yeah, it's just superior to every other gambling format. And you can't even gamble like you used to be able with CS:GO skins. They got trade and bullshit now. And man, I liked it better back then when us sweaty 14-year-olds were gambling our skins like sweatshop workers, and you just skin every now and then. That was just safe.
I can imagine that, like a factory in India just full of people gambling CS:GO
Yeah,
skins.
It was sick. Like you get like $1, man. You can make money, or you couldn't. You lost. I lost skins.
What was so enticing about it? So you make like a little bit of money, but you're not really.
Well, sometimes you make a lot.
Well, it's money.
Yeah,
It's winning
yeah,
money
like the more you put
and
in,
having to do nothing.
It was all like I could get so much more skins. I could get skins out of it.
Oh,
right?
so it was
I mean,
like a
people
it
wanna
was actually
win.
a
You want to get
CS:GO
more
thing.
stuff, so it's easy, like to bet. Like there was a place where you could bet on matches, Counter Strike matches, pro matches, and there was always odds, and you could bet skins on the odds of who's gonna win. And I mean, this is my personal story. I went for the safe bet. Oh, they got a 75% chance to win. I throw $11 on there, I'll get $5 back in skins. That's a win for me. I'm just trying to grow my skin inventory so I can bet on more risky stuff. Like,
I think that's the smart way to do it.
Yeah, just like looking at history, like you look at records, like, wait, the last time these two teams have met up on this map, they've lost like 20 times. The other team's won 20 times in a row.
Yeah.
But yet for some reason, the posted odds are different.
Just you gotta like do
Your
the
research.
research,
Yeah.
and then like I think you gotta go small right at first. Only bet like maybe 20% of what you have.
Why don't we just like dissect gambling and give our best advice for other gamblers out there?
What do you guys have on your gambling stories?
Well, I heard this story from someone else because I've gambled a bit, but not anything interesting. Just like playing poker and not really doing too well because I don't understand poker. But there was this one person that used to go to the casino, and they learned to count cards like really well, and they would spend 5 hours, and it was like mental torment, and it was just like doing all of this math in their head, and they would win enough money to warrant the 5 hours, but instead of gambling, it was just like work,
Yeah,
It was just they would go there, do a shit ton of math, and then leave.
all in their head, right?
Yeah, all in their head.
So it would be like a bunch of people sitting down at the table doing some poker or whatever.
Yeah.
And then this one guy, it's his turn, and he
Blackjack.
just takes like
Blackjack.
Oh, blackjack.
Yeah,
he
that's where
just-
all the really good gamblers
He
do it.
just takes like 2 hours. thinking about it?
No, not 2 hours, because he had to be like
Ready to
quick.
go.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
what you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
do when you're doing card counting is you have to keep like all of the cards in your head and know how many cards have been used and so on and so forth. And you have to figure out the odds of like, oh, am I likely to get a queen this time? Am I likely to get a king? You know, and it's like with most casinos they use 5 decks. So that's what? What's
goddamn.
56 times 5? Like
Yeah,
250
80,
cards.
280.
And haven't you heard
280.
that like a lot of decks, or like if you shuffle a deck, there's like a high chance that that combination of cards
Yeah.
has never been.
Same with the
shuffled
Rubik's Cube
before.
as well.
Oh,
Like, because there's
yeah.
like a 23 quadrillion different ways to shuffle up a Rubik's Cube, and it's unlikely that that combination has been done before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting about card counting.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the call. That's still Alex, right?
Yeah.
Alex, number 2. What's his
Alex
last
number
name?
two.
Or maybe he
I
doesn't
think
want to
he
say.
died.
Oh, he died?
Oh, you're there.
Just contemplating your
Well,
life
thanks
decisions.
for calling in,
Oh yeah,
Alex.
anytime.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, wait, you got a schedule or you guys?
No.
We try to have a schedule.
We have an Instagram.
Announces.
Well, yeah, because we said the time. We said the time today. We're gonna do a podcast at 4:30,
Yeah.
and then things got a little switched up on us, and
Little.
so little canceled on us, and so not to be salty.
Yeah.
So then we ended up having to do it later. So even the Instagram isn't even a good schedule.
Well, it's closer
It's
than
closer
nothing.
than nothing, though. People at least know when we're live.
Yeah. At least more than before.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to come in, whatever. I know you're dependable. Unlike
Unlike some people.
we're just gonna flame people all.
No,
all the time.
no, we won't.
Where you guys meet at out there? Where you go?
We're pretty close to where you're at. We're by. Yeah, we're by the
Yeah, we shouldn't give our location live.
bridge. We're at the bridge.
Okay, I guess that's vague. That's vague enough.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya. So we ended up having a guest after all, kind of.
Well,
bit.
Colin.
Call in.
Call in.
Yeah. Hey, if anyone else wants to call in, let us know. And we won't be able to tell because none of us have the YouTube chat
Yeah,
up on our
but you
phones.
can. But chances are you have one of our numbers.
That's true. I guess if you
Dylan doesn't have his phone, so just text me or Alex.
Yeah. Or actually, just DM us on Instagram.
Or yeah. Just DM Flamstew
Yeah.
too.
At Flamstew.
Flamstew.
Spelled FLAMSTEW.
Yep, like stew that you eat, not
Yeah.
not stew as in studio.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay, and if you want to call in, answer the question: should women have their own internet?
Or just make up your own question and answer that. You know?
Unless you're like boring, in which case don't do that.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, so we've been over scammer stories. We've been over should women have their own internet.
Not really, but we're not going to actually talk about that.
That's more of a joke than anything.
It's more of a ponderance
Mhm.
than a
Just
real
ponderance.
question, you know. Not a real political issue.
You guys like make random sound effects sometimes?
I beatbox constantly.
Like I was hanging out with some friends, right? And we're like doing this random stuff. Like
should this be a new podcast segment?
we're like I don't know, just screwing around doing random stuff, like doing the like doing stuff like that, right? And one friend's girlfriend's like, guys are so weird. You guys make sound effects all the time. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you guys just make sound. I'm like, that's how we communicate with each other. We don't use words, just sound effects. Like, yeah, like, oof, stuff like
feel me?
that. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's kind of funny. Dylan and I have gotten to the point where we used to spend, I don't know, we used to spend days arguing about like one thing. Just, every day we'd talk for like 2 hours about something, just battling it out, and then we'd never end up agreeing on whatever we talked about. And like slowly over a couple of years, it's kind of developed, and now Dylan will say something that he'll present an argument, and he'll just get me to think about it, like without saying barely anything, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, you have an amazing point. We're just at that level of communication where we don't need to.
But it's annoying because I like explaining things and I like talking and I like arguing. And so if someone's gonna just like, if I'm in the middle of explaining and you're just like, yeah, I get it, it's
Yeah.
not satisfying. Then if you like disagree with me and I'm like, no, it's this way.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
then-
yeah.
but, I don't know.
What does that have to do with sound effects?
Well, communication.
Yeah, you just you can communicate.
What sound effects can you make though?
Yeah, wah.
Nice.
To that.
I know a sound effect I can make.
That's
Yeah.
great, Dylan. You don't have to. You don't have to show
The
us.
sound
I'll-
of someone deep throating a microphone.
Oh no, I'll take your word for
I know.
it. Though.
God damn it. Every time.
Every
Yeah, so actually,
Every
for anybody
time.
anybody
Every
who's like
single
kind of OCD about this sort of thing, we actually got rid of the sock that Dylan deep throated. I mean, it's cut like sitting on the floor over there. If you watched the last podcast, Dylan kind of put his mouth over one of the microphones, but we have actual filters now, so Dylan's not gonna.
They're actually mouth filters. Dylan's mouth filter.
Yeah, so Dylan just can't put his mouth over them.
No, I can't just.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
That was the most disgusting sound I've ever heard ever in my entire life. Just listening to that podcast back and just going, "Oh my god."
I don't like the sound of like a large amount of oatmeal falling on
Ooh.
the floor. I
That's
don't like
not-
that sound.
I can imagine that perfectly though. You don't need to go like any like I know what you're talking about. Just have you seen the Eric Andre show?
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm
He's
talking about with
cultured,
Lauren Conrad?
What a good episode.
That's so
Which
good.
one's that?
It's the one where he eats some oatmeal when she's not looking, and then when she turns back, he goes,
Oh yeah.
blah,
It
You
throws up
hungry?
everywhere.
and then he eats it back up.
yeah.
Oh,
so good.
god. And it sounded so good. The high quality mics they were using as well. It was just
That's beautiful.
that was ASMR right there.
Yeah, we should do a segment on this podcast, just 10 minutes of mouth sounds.
No,
No, it would be beautiful. Just deep throat the mic, eat some
Don't.
oatmeal.
It's the ASMRs.
the ASMR segment this week in ASMR.
So Alex,
What?
how much have you traveled in your life? Because I know you lived in Hawaii
Yeah.
for a while, right?
So, I lived in Hawaii. I've lived here. Everything else was before. I was a child that could consciously think of things and remember those thoughts. So, those don't count. I don't know. I've been to Japan. That's pretty cool. Been around. I mean, the East Coast and stuff with visiting family, but I don't know. Like, I don't think. Like, I feel like I haven't visited a ton of places, but at the same time, I hear about people that say like, "Oh, I've never left Washington.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And I'm proud of it.
And I'm proud of it.
Sounds like something from the South.
I don't know. I've been to like, I don't know, probably at least. I've gone down like road trip to California and up
Nice.
through this like Nevada and all those nice deserty
Mm.
lands and Yosemite. I don't know, not a ton.
What do you think like the coolest place I've ever
Japan
really been?
was real cool.
Japan. Like,
Akibara, the tech district, definitely. Something so weird.
what's that?
So, like one of the suburbs of not suburbs, just like districts of Tokyo, is like the tech district / like nerd district / I think I've talked about this on the show before, but pretty much it's completely just covered in 10-story arcades are filled with smoke, like you can smoke in them, and like computer stores that are like extremely cramped and just like maid cafes. That's pretty much all it is in that district. And yeah, it was interesting.
Nice. Nice.
It's interesting watching people and seeing what they're doing. We like follow people. Like, where are these people going? It's like, oh
You
yeah, we're not going there.
Just stalk them?
No, we just like get in the same elevator. We like get in an elevator and just go to whatever floor they're going to. Stuff like that.
Huh.
Like, what floor they're going? Oh, they're going to that floor. Never mind. We're actually
Oh,
gonna
that
knock
floor.
it off on that floor.
Yeah. You
I've actually never
Oh.
been outside of the U.S. So
the like 20th floor. That one's disgusting.
Well, actually, the worst is the.
it took you a second.
Hold up. Dylan's talked about his England experience before.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I rate it a 8 out
You
of
can't.
10.
No, you can't do numbers. You have to do places.
I rate it a London. What are you talking about? Out of Tokyo, actually.
Nice.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, but is that like the coolest place that you've ever been?
No. I think the coolest place I've ever been is I don't know. I haven't thought about this too much. I mean, England's great, but America's also great. I mean, probably
Whoa.
because I was born in England and I like knew it as a child. It wasn't that cool for me. So I think parts in America are pretty cool.
Hmm.
I've been to California. I like that. It was nice there. Not ever gonna move there or live there.
Or like even think about it for that
I
long.
don't even remember what it's called.
Right.
I don't.
That's
Um,
quick. Just
Yeah.
erase that part of your memory.
I just gone.
Have you guys done that? Can you erase memories?
I don't know. I
Ah,
don't know if I would erase it or not.
that's a good point.
Well, no. Do you think you would have remembered if you would erase it in a memory? Right? Would you have remembered the act
Erasing?
of erasing it, or like, hey, I'm going to erase this, or like write it down? But no, you wouldn't forget that.
You know, is
'Cause
it
they have like therapy things where you can go and like
repressed memories?
forget. Yeah, because like for traumatic
Well, I don't
experiences.
I think those are usually like, those are like subconsciously oppressed. I think usually.
Yeah.
Not-
What I think
Mm.
would be hilarious is if you just went to a clinic and the only thing that they did was make you forget that you went to the clinic. Like that's all they did. And then you go home and you're like, what did I do today? That's it.
That that would be pretty awesome. That would be spooky as hell, but I think that would get a lot of money. I would go there
I'd go there.
just to have the
For the
experience. of, like-
novelty.
See if it will work.
I don't know if I went there or
Or
not.
like a pill that makes you forget if you took the pill or not. No, that sounds dangerous, actually.
that sounds like a lot of pills.
You just keep on taking them. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there are plenty of pills out there like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you take any pill enough times, enough of any pill, you'll just forget everything.
Mhm.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, your brain would still hold the memories. You just wouldn't be accessing them. So would you forget if you overdosed? I don't know if you would. Because, I mean, the memories would still be in your brain, right?
Well, I mean, the question, if you can't remember it, so there's that whole, subconscious oppression of certain memories, right? Especially like
yeah.
traumatic ones. But then there's also, if you're under, a heavy medication, if you took a lot of drugs or something,
Like
then-
Xanax.
maybe your brain just does not make memories.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, during the actual experience, you can, you have short-term memory at least,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I would assume so.
But-
No one remembers, so.
But they document people talking about
Probably,
it
that's
as
true.
they're on it.
Yeah.
Like that video of the I'm giving the autistic guy
Mhm.
hallucinogens.
I'm pretty sure that's what Xanax does. Just you don't remember the trip. Not trip, but you don't remember the experience.
Hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of Xanax, pretty much what happened to this podcast. Very chill.
Yeah.
Very like, this is the Friday afternoon podcast with Sam, Dylan, and Alex. Tired after a long week of doing whatever the hell we do.
We don't. I mean, what do we do?
I don't know. You do sailing. I'm surprised you're not more tired.
Yeah, but like I don't. Sailing is one of those things I just kind of forget about after it's over.
Yeah.
It's the pill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just forget about it.
What do you do?
Me?
Yeah.
Boats. That's what I do.
It's this thing.
Yeah.
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 The old.
And have history class, maritime history class, which is the biggest joke in the world. That's a college course.
Yeah.
It's like interesting, but like we just watch like documentaries from like the mid '90s. It's just like, or like early 2000s, and it's just
Yeah.
like, it was funny. The one the other day was like recorded with like a camcorder. So like you didn't really notice that most of the time, but like the credits came up and they're like flying around everywhere because they're supposed to, the centering messed up. I don't know. I've been tired because it just but I don't know. We whiskey planked this week. Got our final plank on the one boat, and then we just whiskey plank is you have all the planks on the boat, and you're like, hey, let's have a party because we did something, and then we postponed it like a day after day after day after day, and we still haven't done it yet. So that's kind of disappointing, but yeah. So big week for me, I guess.
So congrats on finishing the boat.
It's not. I mean, it's just planked. It's not done.
Oh, what's the next step in build? I don't know like the boat building.
Yeah, so we're like
scheme, but
so we have put like 1,500 screws in it, right?
That's
So
a
we have
lot
to
of screws.
we have to plug every single hole.
Okay.
So we plugged all the holes in it, so there's no holes that go to the screws now. And then you have to fill gaps between all the planks with cotton and some other stuff. And we'll do that, and we'll paint it, and then we'll flip it over and start doing stuff on the inside.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the near future. We'll start like put a little front foredeck and side decks, and put some beer holders and fishing holders in there. That's like the list of things we want. Like the boat we're building right now, we have limited information about how to build it. Like we have some numbers that dictate parts of it, but there's all the little details of it. Like, oh, this little detail's here, that thing's there. We don't have any of that type of stuff. So we're just we just have a list of random things we want to build all the time, and we're like a sleeping bag slot, so you can it's just like a thing that extends out to cover you up while you're in a sleeping bag, but there's not an actual cabin on it, or like just the whole side is this fishing rod holder, stuff like that, or like I don't know, just stupid stuff we just come up with, or like just like a tiny little cabin on the back that you can only stand in. Like there's just enough space for one person to stand in it.
yeah,
There's a door you go in, you're just in there.
like a headspace.
Yeah, just stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Deep breathing room. Just like to, headspace. Just chill. If you get too angry, you just go in there. Just
That's the angry room. Anybody who gets too
room.
upset at
anyone who's just upset.
Just out. You're out. You're in the room.
Get in the room.
Get in the closet.
Not the room again.
God.
There's a little covered bulkhead in the boat. It's a little compartment that like a kid can get into probably.
Yeah.
And we're making some joke about one of the guys, like, if he bought the boat, he's like, my son would just live in there. He would just live in that little compartment and just like.
Yeah, what is it? Like when you're little, you just love little spaces, right?
Yeah, you're being
'Cause
hugged by the
the
world.
Yeah, being hugged is probably some
Hugged by the
maternal
world. I
thing.
like that thing.
Yeah. My sister Allison, who was watching earlier, she has this thing where she'll hide in the closet as a joke or when she's mad. So it's always the same closet. But she switched it up. So now she hides in a different closet, but she climbs on top of all the shelves because the closet actually extends above where like the door of the closet is and like hides up there now.
Yeah.
Like it's like a 30-second scramble to get up there. This is a joke, but yeah, that's the joking spot. It's like she's not actually mad. She's climbing all the way up and like into like a bin and closing the lid on top of her.
Wow.
Part of the closet you can't see.
How flexible is she?
Pretty flexible.
Guess you gotta be.
Yeah.
If you wanna climb in shelves.
She got a cat, and it's funny because this cat's like finding those random places to hide.
That's cats.
Like, we never had a cat before. It's like this tiny little gap between, I don't know, it's two random things. It's like, where's the cat? It's just like, it's just in there.
Yeah.
It's just like,
we freak out.
Mixing bowl.
Like, we freaked out the first, like, I don't know, couple of months when we got our cat because, well, when you first get a cat, you don't know all the hiding spaces for a cat that cats like. And so,
There's the cat behind the microwave.
you just have to check, like, everywhere, and you're like, oh, no. We immediately assumed, like, oh, shoot, somebody left the door open, the cat ran away because our cat's an indoor cat. And it's just, like, you have to check inside of my sister's closet, under her dresser, behind. Well, it's just the most ridiculous place.
Yeah. Because what if you close the door on the cat who's like hiding something?
Yeah.
And then you think it's gone, and then you just find it dead.
Yeah, that'd be unfortunate.
That'd be pretty unfortunate.
That sounds like a really good short story.
There was this whole, it was probably fake, but there's this like big Reddit thing a couple years ago where some guy claimed that he went to like Thanksgiving at his like girlfriend's house, and they had a cat, and like the cat like went into the oven and got baked and died. Yeah, but I think it was fake, but it was like, ooh, that was a rough read.
That would have been bad. Yeah. Jeez. Who's
Um,
texting you now?
This is my mom asking when you need to leave.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So
6:30.
Alex, would you consider yourself a confident person?
No,
Self-confidence.
depends on where I'm at, who I'm with.
Don't would you consider yourself a confident person?
Yes, I would.
I was very unconfident.
Yeah, it was. No, I don't know. Maybe I was thinking about it. I mean, it kind of. I don't want to say it depends. I want to just kind of like. I mean, obviously, I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, I'm not 100% confident, and I'm not 0% confident. But you know,
Okay.
I think I'm leaning more towards the confident side as the less confident side.
This is
I'm no Rowan, but I'm no Eli. You know,
that's nasty.
it's a little nasty.
That's pretty nasty, Don. Um.
That's
Just
no, that's not
calling
nasty.
people out.
How is not being confident a bad thing?
Well, you're saying that he's not confident.
That's not a bad thing.
Anyway, so in science.
Wait, why is that a bad thing?
I-
People are just less confident than others. That's not hurtful.
Okay, you're right.
Okay, cool.
Great.
Great.
Now we've handled that. Yeah, it's in science. This was a couple months ago, I think. Just we came up with some questions to like that that if you say yes to all of these questions, then you have like good self confidence. Not just like you can go up and not just like social confidence, but you have confidence in yourself as a person. I want to see if you guys agree with these questions.
I think that has something to do with social confidence as well.
Oh, they're all related, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. So, the first question is: do you respect who you are when you're alone?
Yeah, I'm happy with myself, I guess, or happy enough that I'm not self-critical.
Yeah.
Because I feel your alone time is when you. I mean, that's what that's what teachers always say. They're like, oh, you know, what you do when you're alone is when what really defines you as a person, which I don't think is true, at all. But there's definitely a part of you that if you're
Yeah.
not, if you have all the time in the world, what would you do with it? And that can say a lot about your character.
Yeah.
But no, I think the only reason teachers say that is so you don't get into trouble.
Probably, yeah.
But it does have some kind of truth to it.
Well, yeah, what's that word? It's like what you do when you're alone. What is that word? That's like what you do when no one's watching.
It's integrity.
Integrity, that's it.
I think that's
Yeah.
correct. I think that's what the example
That's
you're thinking of.
what I'm thinking of, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I guess the first question would be, do you have integrity?
I think that's what
Really?
I think that's the
pretty
example.
much.
I think that's what I'm trying to think. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's like something. It's like
Some poster.
yeah, some poster that has like I don't know a picture of like a cat like
Probably.
knocking over like a cat like looking at a fish in a fishbowl and it says something.
Oh, yeah.
with like a black border around it, big white
That's
text
such a motivational
that says
poster.
like not motivational poster, but you know what I'm talking about. It
no,
says, it just-
teacher poster, you know?
Yeah, it just says
Buy it
like
at book fair.
what you do in your alone time and like or integrity is. I think it's integrity.
Integrity
know
is
about
what
you,
you
but
do when no one's watching.
I'm
think
just
that's
looking
it.
at fish. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have alone time because it seems like if I'm either at school with people
Mhm.
or if I'm home, I'm alone, but I'm working on something like I'm reading for
Yeah,
a project
Right,
or
right,
I'm
right, and
designing
that's-
something. So like I'm getting stuff done
yeah.
or I'm interacting with internet friends. So I'm not alone then.
Do you think that might be because you're uncomfortable with yourself when you're alone?
No,
Oh, okay, I'm just
I
trying
just
to
have
dig.
fun doing playing social
Yeah, that's
games.
probably true. Yeah, that's reasonable. That's fair.
You're just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, stop. Okay.
I'm just trying to dig. Yeah.
No, but I would say that has a big part to do with it. Like, do you respect who you are when you're alone? Are you comfortable with who you are when you're alone?
Yeah.
So, like, can you sit with yourself and your thoughts? I don't know if it's related to self confidence in any way.
Probably.
Oh, there's definitely times where I feel better by myself than I was with a certain group of people. That's for
Yeah.
sure. Like, man, I'm happy to get away from those people because like the whole time I'm on high alert. Like, oh, I do not agree with anything that's happening in this
Yeah.
group, and I want to
Yeah,
get away.
yeah.
Well, I think, yeah, because some of it's like, well, I mean, I don't need them. I like myself, you know? But, you know, I think it's nice to have, obviously, it's good to have friends. But I don't know how to articulate what I'm trying to say.
So you can also that if you obviously you need the other two questions, because it can't just be that one.
Next question.
Dead
Do you provide value to the people around you?
Hmm.
I'm gonna
And
say.
I don't think
I'm
this
gonna
is.
say it. It depends.
Yeah, I don't think this is a yes or no question. I think it's more of like a,
It's just to get you thinking, I think.
yeah, and how much value do you provide to the people around you?
Yeah.
You say.
Because I think, well, I mean,
Actually, no. I think it is a yes or no question as far in relation to self-confidence, because you can say, just because you really actually make tons of people's lives so much better, that doesn't necessarily make you more confident than someone who makes just a few people's lives better.
yeah. Like, it's how you, I think, interpret that, right? How you interpret your actions and how they affect the world.
Also, side tangent here. What actually makes you a good person? Do you think? Because I know a lot of throughout history, it's always been based on religion, and now that there's this very large movement of atheism or just
Agnosticism, at least.
agnosticism, just people who don't necessarily believe in any kind of religion, or even the people who do believe in religion,
Not really following it.
Yeah. So like, what do you think?
Being personally good is not taking away from others. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Is it's not trying to tear down others just so you feel better.
Mm.
So is it just the passivity of that?
That's one of those. Is like actively thinking or passively just acting like, I shouldn't try to just, attack this person because just because even if I don't like them or
Right.
just because I feel when I feel not invalidated when they interact with them, but like I feel insecure
Yeah.
when they talk about certain things or the way they do things. I feel insecure with myself, so
Mm.
therefore I should attack them and their being.
Right.
That makes sense.
So, okay, and then do you think that in order to be a good person, you have to actively try to make other people's lives better?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a good thing to do, but I think you could be neutral. I mean, and I think being neutral could be better than being neutral. In a way, is good because it's just you're not putting your responsibility on yourself, and it's not the most righteous maybe in certain situations where if you did act, it would have been in a way someone could argue a higher a response with like a higher that's more moral, but being neutral can I don't know.
This feels like
Does it make you a
we're
better
getting
person?
into. Never mind, actually.
Getting
Yeah.
the
What
brain
do you
dead
think,
hours
Dylan?
right now.
Yeah, I'm a little fried for this conversation.
You are
A little bit.
already. How long has it been?
I'm just getting off Alex's energy.
It's just the day,
And it's
not.
like, yeah,
It's
like,
not that we've been going long. It's just that I'm just
Yeah.
tired in general too.
and it's Friday.
Damn.
Note to self: don't do podcasts on Fridays. Maybe. Well, maybe some other
I wanna-
Fridays.
you know, I'm just gonna. I just want to be angry about scheduling, like always. Like, I was trying to hang out with some friends tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Schedule a little tabletop RPG fun, kind of like D&D, but not.
Nice.
And what time do we finally figure out we could all make it together?
Yeah.
9:30 at night.
Nice.
That was our best time we could figure it out. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
You're
these people.
kidding
Yeah,
me.
no.
Why do I like them so much?
Trust me? I
These
understand
night
scheduling.
owls.
I understand
Yeah, it's
scheduling.
people have responsibilities is the issue. They have work and stuff, but it's just like I'm just thinking about that right now. Like, man, I'm tired now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and you're still gonna go?
Yeah, no, I'm hosting.
Oh, gee.
Yeah. I have to do
Gonna
the
need some
thinking.
coffee.
Oh, it'll be lots of coffee.
Yeah. Or just straight up Red Bull.
Um. Oh, never mind.
Do you do energy drinks?
No,
Yeah.
I like one of those boomer drinks before. One of those like
Mhm.
white. It's like the white can monsters with like no anything in it.
Oh,
Just
yeah?
like water, and caffeine,
Mhm.
like an aspartame probably. I had one of those once. I'm like, this isn't very good.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boomer juice.
I feel I don't know. I don't want to get into that really. The energy drink thing, because I feel like it's just spirals for a lot of people. It's
Yeah.
fine to drink coffee and stuff, but it's like once you get into energy drinks, that's like
Well,
I only like
really unnatural.
coffee. I like coffee a lot, but like sometimes I'll drink like 10 a week, and sometimes I won't drink any. It just kind of
Yeah.
depends. Like,
Yeah. Well, that's good that you can kind of like.
yeah, I mean, I can wake up
Uh,
in the morning. I can have a morning without drinking coffee.
Yeah.
See, that's interesting because I never would drink coffee.
Mhm.
I started drinking coffee like maybe like a month ago.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because if I do caffeine at all, I do like a little bit of like green tea or something like that, or
Mhm.
maybe some black tea. But really, I never really did caffeine. And then I did some coffee.
Did coffee.
Did some coffee.
Never do coffee once.
The other, like just like a month ago or something, and then I did it for like about a week straight.
Yeah.
Did it,
Yeah. You keep on saying did
and
it.
but and then I
Injected
stopped
it.
because like I forgot about it because it
Yeah.
hasn't really been a routine. I just
Uh huh.
you know
You just drink it every once in a while,
yeah, and
and
then
you just happen to drink it for a while.
yeah, and so when I stopped though, I was only drinking it for like a week, and then I stopped, and I would get headaches
Yeah.
that lasted for like another I don't know how many days, but no, at least a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a coffee thing.
yeah. So I don't know if I'm just more prone to it than Alex. If Alex
No.
drinks them every once in a while, or
I think if like I'll have a situation where I'll drink a lot of coffee and then stop, I'll just get headaches and I'll just blame it on something else. I think that's what happens. I'm just like, I'm just stressed right now. That's it.
right?
Yeah.
No, but like I just kind of ran out of the coffee. I had some coffee I bought a while ago that wasn't very good. And that was the only stuff I had left, so I
Oh,
just
gee.
stopped.
Yeah.
And I just buying it. I just didn't think about it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I had a spicy chai tea latte the other day. Never had anything like that before.
Interesting.
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah. I
Where
enjoyed
was
it.
that?
Where was that?
Yeah.
The Chimicum Cafe.
Hmm.
Real progressive. It's real progressive for just like random like
Yeah.
farmland.
I was expecting like Starbucks.
random like farmland like just like biscuits and gravy type joint.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like
with
that's
hemp, I didn't have it with hemp milk, but one of the other guys I was with had it with hemp milk. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
you have to get the hemp milk. It's
Dude.
like it's worth the 50 extra cents.
for the random stores and like coffee places out there. Like, what do they have that's? I think they only really have two selling points compared to like major stuff, right? There's the vibe of going there, and it's like, oh, this is nice.
That's a lot
this
for a
is
coffee
local.
shop, though.
right? Yeah, it really is. And then there's also that, like the weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like this is weird, and it's from here, and you don't get it anywhere
You
else.
can get it other places, but yeah, it was kind of a weird spot to think they'd have it.
I got for the first time at some cafe. I forget where it was. It was in Silverdale by the Y. And it was called a Mexican mocha, and I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that sounds
That's what
cool.
you're saying.
And it was like cinnamon, and it was spicy. And it was like a horchata, but like with coffee and chocolate and better. And it was really good. And I was like, I wish I could get that at Starbucks. And then I tried, and they were like, "Are you dumb?"
We're white. We don't have spice here.
Yeah, God.
I had a Mexican chocolate,
We have salt.
spicy chocolate pie once. It was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
my
Oh,
fault,
wow.
favorite condiment,
Spicy
salt.
chocolate
Pie.
pie.
It was like Mexican pie. Or
Interesting.
Mexican chocolate pie or whatever.
That's
It
interesting.
was good. It's like I had this memory where like I was camping once, right? And one of the adults there, we're like having this cook off, right? It's like Dutch cook off, making all these different desserts. And one of the adults was like hyping up these like brownies she was gonna make. They're like these spicy Mayan whatever brownies.
Yeah.
And what it came down to is that there was no sugar in them, and it was just
Oh.
like hot. All they were just spicy. They're just like, and it's like it's chocolate and spicy, but it was like 100% cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
Like, It was-
Dark chocolate.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know what's wrong with all you kids. These are amazing. We're like,
Like-
15, like, give me the give me
actual-
another plate of the brownies with the melted bag of marshmallows on top of it.
Yeah.
We want those brownies.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you get the like. I had some like Himalayan cereal kind of stuff because I thought it was gonna be good, like oatmeal,
Yeah.
whatever. And it's just disgusting, like just like raw oats.
I had this like
Okay.
Peruvian like chocolate dessert thing from Central Market, and it was okay, but it was just like it's like all natural honey oats and cocoa powder. I'm like, I was curious. Like, I was curious what this is. I'm gonna try it, and it was like, it's still sitting in the fridge. I had a couple bites. I'm like,
Yeah.
not that
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, with back to the spicy brownies. Like, okay, give these spicy brownies, or we can eat the cake we just baked that we use Mountain Dew to make. So,
yeah.
we have some options here.
Mountain Dew instead of milk.
It's like, have you guys ever had a soda cake of any sort before?
No.
No,
So what you do is you take, like the box, right, of whatever
Yeah.
cake mix, and just the soda.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you put eggs. I don't remember if we put eggs in there. It's just like you just pour in like the box, you pour some soda in until it gets the right consistency. You bake it, and it's like, yeah, that's cool. This is a real fluffy cake with all the carbonation and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, like,
That's
you're like-
interesting.
And I don't even know if they're like mountain. We usually do Sprite. It's just I don't know. It's just a thing that like people do camping and stuff. It's just do
Sounds
that, and you throw
interesting.
like a can of like cherries or like blueberries or like
Yeah.
spiced apples in there.
We should make that.
That's a real easy, just like simple.
Something we want to expand on the podcast is we want to have more videos that aren't just us sitting down talking. So like an idea I had was we could do something like cooking,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like I think Bert Kreischer does this, but it's like you cook with a bunch of guests and Bert does like most of the cooking, but there are also other guests there and they help a little bit as well. And I think it'd be fun to do something like that.
The thing
Yeah.
about that cake is that we usually do it in a Dutch oven.
Yeah.
So like it takes like 45 minutes to cook.
Oh,
So you
okay.
could like you could do it though. And you can just
Oh,
talk while
oh,
it's
yeah.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, that would work then.
Yeah, I like
great.
cooking in Dutch ovens, but it's just like making a steak pie is good, but it takes like 3 hours.
What is a Dutch oven?
It's like a big deep cast iron like pot
Yeah.
almost with a lid, and you just put it like you have a fire, you burn it down, and you pull the coals out, and you put
Yeah.
coals under it, and you shovel coals on top of it.
Uh-huh.
It bakes whatever's inside of it. It's
Huh.
pretty good, pretty useful. We did a lot of stupid. We would make like cookies in them and like bread and like I did a lot of weird stuff camping.
Yeah.
Like you could cook like 5 cookies at a time in it though, because there's like not a lot of space. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of depth, right? You could cook like a
Mhm.
whole chicken, but like the amount of surface area isn't a lot.
Not great.
I just remember this one time we had like 5 Dutch ovens, right? Just like in a line. We're also snow camping, so there's like snow everywhere. So we like dug out this little area. There's just 5 Dutch ovens in a line, and we had all this cookie batter. We just pre-made before we went. We just like made a whole bunch of chocolate chip cookie batter
Mhm.
and our dough, and it was like frozen solid. So we're like kneading it, trying to get it warm enough, and like putting it next to a fire, and trying to get it warm, and like we'd get a little bit and like put it in an oven. There's these 5 ovens, and like slowly got it thawed, and then I'm just gonna bring up there's 5 ovens like a third time because I've realized the second time I did it was redundant, so I'm just gonna bring it up a third time.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna bring up the
Accentuate,
fact that
yeah,
you
yeah.
brought it up.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I'm gonna bring it up as well. And then I'm gonna. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we just have like probably like half a dozen like younger guys with us, kids with us. They're like, "Want to help? Yeah, can we help? You got
Yeah.
cookies? You're baking cookies? We should help." And they were like a bunch of just like like munchkins / gremlins just running around like tending all the Dutch ovens, like putting new coals on, taking coals off, just for the chance to
Wait,
get
wait,
'em.
and how many were there?
I think there was like 5.
Like 5?
Yeah.
Gremlins or ovens?
I think 5 ovens, 6 gremlins.
Nice. Ah,
Wait,
dang
wait.
it! Not
There
enough
was like
for
a
one
foreman.
straight.
one
There was
just
like a
like-
foreman one.
you would
that was,
have
like, in
one
charge of all of them. They're like, "Hey, stop slacking off."
It's not like one's sitting out. It's just like one's whipping them.
Yeah.
One's whipping all the other ones.
And it was like they got like such a bad share of how many of the cookies that were cooked too. They're getting like one oven out of the 5 per batch. They're like they were I don't know. It was fun.
Well, that's what children are for.
Yeah. That was also the day we cooked
Underpaid and overworked.
like
Come
cooked
on.
like 120
Children's
grilled
slogan.
cheeses or something like that.
Damn, that's a lot of grilled cheeses.
Yeah, that was happening at like the same time. It was a crazy picnic table.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
that's camping.
In case anyone was wondering, we
No.
have Do You Respect Who You Are When You're Alone? I don't know. Do you guys agree with that question? Is that a good?
Sure.
Or like, do you have dignity, right? Or
What?
no, not dignity,
Integrity.
Integrity, yeah. What's the difference?
Integrity. Well, dignity is like in front of other people. Integrity is
Okay.
like yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, I think integrity is like
Yeah,
what you
so,
do
like-
when you're alone.
So dignity is like the act of actually like, doing something.
Dignity is not an act. It's like
It's-
a quality.
Yeah, all right. So that's quality, and integrity is the quality of keeping that quality of dignity when you're
Keeping your dignity. No.
when you're alone, right?
No. Because I'm not going to explain dignity, but that's not what it
Okay.
is. Because I don't know the definition either, but that's not it.
All right. So
We're just talking about things we don't know about.
Yeah.
and then there's do you provide value to the people around you? We talked about that one, and then the last one is do you believe your decisions, passive or otherwise, benefit yourself and others? And that kind of ties into like whether or not that like what makes you a good person.
Or
in a
you
sense.
provide value.
But I think confident. I think this like self confidence would come from believing that you provide value. Even if that
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily make you a better person.
Yeah.
I think that make you a more confident person.
Yeah.
If you feel that you're
Agreed.
ever.
I don't like the fact that chat isn't updating unless I like close the stream for some reason for me.
Well, I don't think anyone's chatting.
Well,
It's just
Eli
Eli
said
saying
yes, a
yes.
whole bunch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
he did.
there's like I always think it's funny, like the Instagram accounts that like target me now for like it's like you post pictures of wooden boats like, hey, you're gonna like this school in Sweden where you learn how to can olives or jar olives, like like random posts like that's like it's like they comment things like best boat ever, stuff like that on your post, and like 20 photos at the same time, right?
Yeah.
That's SoundCloud.
And I saw one of my one of my classmates, one of his posts, and like it the same comment that said the best dedication 3 times in a row. Like the same person commented 3 times. It was someone trying to sell him something, but it was like
Yeah.
it was some woodworking page trying to gain traction. But the best dedication, I liked it. I liked that. They were just dedicated to commenting on that post, man. They can't stop.
The best dedication.
I'm so dedicated on commenting. Yeah, I've been having some fun recently on Instagram because I found out that one of my friends has a spam account, which I don't know what is a spam account. It's like because normally like guys have meme accounts, girls have spam accounts.
Finsta.
But what is it?
Finsta.
What do you what is your fake Insta like?
What is
Me.
Oh, is that what Finsta?
I think that's what it means. I don't know.
Anyway, so I went on this guy's spam. I followed it, and I've just been like I commented on one of his really like old posts because the spam, the whole thing is you
Who
don't
cares?
want to scroll down that far.
Oh yeah.
But I scrolled down. I didn't actually look around that much, but I just wanted to. I just
Let him
clicked
know
on
that
one
you
of
were
them.
down there.
Yeah, I just wanted to let him know. So I went down there and I was just commenting like really random stuff.
Annoying.
Like something about I don't remember what I commented.
Mhm.
Just completely random stuff, and now he's like at first he was like stop stalking me,
Mhm.
but I've been doing it. Like
Stop stalking the things that I put online to share with other people.
Yeah. So I've been doing that. I've been like continuously. I'll go back there, like every few days, and then maybe I'll do it like twice in a day or something, and just so his comments have slowly turned from, just him being annoyed at me to like now we just have this relationship of me commenting something and then him replying. Like,
Yeah.
You're
just
not gonna
something
be allowed on
completely
the
random.
normie net. You're not gonna be allowed on that. You're gonna be the list of people not allowed.
I'm too
You'll be
muted.
blacklisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this like
Segregated
just the
normie net.
commented. Just commenting he has to reply. Those relationships are the best. It's like the Facebook poke, and you have to poke them back. It's like you've poked this person 17,000 times in a row. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. Poke them back again.
Nice.
What's the point?
They've got like the wave thing now. On Facebook. Because I have Facebook because my parents were like, you should get Facebook, and I was like, I don't want to. And they were like, no, you should. And I was like, I don't want to. And then they guilt tripped me like, your family's on there, they're gonna die or whatever, some
Your mom wants you to be home.
Oh, dope. What time is it?
It's 6:18.
Did she She must not remember the
She's-
entire whole
She
conversation we had.
says, is Dylan on his way back now? That's the
Say
question.
that. Didn't you agree? 6:30.
Okay, we're not gonna just argue.
Yeah.
for a
Okay.
moment on
Never
the
mind.
podcast,
Yeah, that's a
so-
bad idea.
So yeah, we are gonna have to cut it short because of scheduling issues.
Which is a
Because-
shame. This was the disappointment podcast.
Yeah, because we scheduled one thing,
Then again, kind of all of them. Aw.
the disappointment podcast, but like,
Oh well.
oh well. Okay. Yeah. So to answer the question, should we segregate the internet?
I don't know.
Of
It's
course.
a hard maybe.
Of course we
Hard
I
should.
think
maybe.
I think the lines are wrong. I think it's the normie mutant line is the correct.
That's we've
That's
agreed.
the correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
women
okay,
and
wait,
men,
how
but
do you
normie and
define?
mutants.
How do you make that?
You just-
define normie?
I don't know. But
Kinda
really,
look at them
this is like something I kind of want to bring up, but kind of ties into like the normie mutant culture, where like it doesn't matter if you don't speak the same language, you still it seems like mutants understand each other.
Mhm.
Where like I got linked to some video, and some people might consider it like in between normie and mutant, but it was like this video, right? And it's all like title's Russian. Every single comment is Russian, and it says zooming in on a house, and then it's like a Minecraft house interior, and they're playing and it's Howard the alien dancing and like a Ricardo dancing and stuff. But it was like it's stupid, but it's interesting because it's all Russians commenting, and it's a Russian post, but it's still like the same like mentality, like meme mentality that's happening over here.
Yeah.
That's we
the
talked.
universal meme language.
We actually talked about that on our last podcast that you shouldn't watch.
Don't watch it.
Yeah, it's called "Don't Watch This." I think we called it at the beginning because we're
Yeah.
like, you shouldn't watch it.
Don't watch it.
Like, yeah, as we were live streaming. Anyway, but yeah, we did talk about that. How people everywhere have the same exact.
If you're on the internet, you
meme
understand.
culture. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
if you're,
Well, there's an language. There's the meme language
Yeah.
that goes cross-cultural,
Yeah.
cross.
I think if you can't describe what the real definition of a meme is, which is like a social idea that's shared with one another, even to subconscious, but it's like a
Mhm.
a broad idea, a broad feeling. If you don't know that definition, and you say like my favorite meme is this reaction image I saw on Facebook, then I think you may be a normie. I think that might be the
be a normie.
line.
Well, if you
Sensation.
think a meme is just a picture with text,
If you
then
think
you're a normie.
Pepe is a hate symbol,
then
you're a normie.
Damn, normie. Wow.
if you think honk
This
honk
is-
is a
The deepest
symbol.
conversation I've ever had. Let's just don't even. I'm gonna keep talking, and you just end the podcast while I'm talking because it's just like what we're saying at this point. Talking about normies just doesn't.